Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lamide.
The future is now. The future is now. The future is now.
So today I'm going to be doing my first review of The Girl with the Louder Voice by Abi Dare. So if you follow me on Instagram specifically, you'd realize that I was raving about this book about a couple weeks ago. I finished it in like 3 days. It is just so good. Every single person needs to read this book. Like, this book is so important. So what is The Girl with the Louder Voice about? Let me read the blurb to make sure when I explain and give my review, there's no spoilers essentially. All you have are your words. Aduni is a 14-year-old Nigerian girl who knows what she wants: an education. As the only daughter of a broke father, she is a valuable commodity. Removed from school and sold as a third wife to an old man, Aduni's life amounts to this: 4 goats, 2 bags of rice, and some chickens, and a new TV. When unspeakable tragedy swiftly strikes in a new home, she is secretly sold as a domestic servant to a household in the wealthy enclaves of Lagos, where no one will talk about the strange disappearance of her predecessor, Rebecca. No one but Aduni. As a yielding daughter, a subservient wife, and a powerless servant, Aduni is repeatedly told that she is nothing. But Aduni won't be silenced. She is determined to find her voice, in a whisper, in song, in broken English, until she can speak for herself, for the girls like Rebecca who come before, and for all the girls who will follow. The thing I really love about this book is the fact that it's not just based in Lagos. So a lot of the Nigerian fiction I read, a lot of them are based in Lagos, which I understand it's like a very big city. Though Abuja is the capital, is probably one of the most known cities of Nigeria. So I get it, but this one is not all just based in Lagos. You get to know about the small village Aduni is from. You get to understand the family dynamics within Aduni's family, within the village, and all the different things as well. The fact that it's written from Aduni's point of view. So she's 14-year-old girl, and the whole book is focused on her, is from her perspective. She's the main character, is focusing on her predominantly. It was really fascinating because I've never seen something like that done before. And because Aduni, she's uneducated at the moment, so she speaks broken English and Yoruba, but predominantly broken English. So you're reading it as Aduni's mind, and that was just really cool. If you don't know, I'm Nigerian, and I could really relate to Aduni because growing up, my parents continually enforced the importance of education. I even remember in year 8 or year 10. So when we did the speak out challenge, my speak out challenge was about education. So I think I called it imagine the door or something like that, and it was like, imagine the door and the only keys that could open this door is education. And then I used the quote with like Nelson Mandela and everything. Growing up, I truly understood the importance of education. So Aduni's desire to just be educated it was truly remarkable, was inspiring, and it reminded me of my younger self essentially. So I could really relate to Aduni. Aduni is hilarious. She is witty, she is smart, she is sharp. Again, she just reminds me of myself because she's she's quite literal. So if someone's to say something based on her understanding of that word, she's like, why would you say that? And she will say it to you as well. She will say what people are thinking, and that is like, if you know me personally, that's basically me. So I really liked her, and I literally at certain points I will laugh out loud, like I'm like, yo, you are funny. And then another point I am sad and I want to cry, and oh bro, read the book because I don't want to tell you too much about it to the point that you're like, what's the point of even reading it? But bro, you need to read this book. Like, Abi Dare did a fantastic job with it. I think the whole idea of like the lack of education with girls, especially in countries like Nigeria, was such an important topic to talk about. So I remember in university, in my final year, the topic I did one of my final projects on was on women empowerment in Nigeria. My whole argument was the fact that the population of Nigeria is massive. It's about 200 million now, and 50% of the whole population are women. However, they do not work. Like, a majority of the women in Nigeria do not work because of the patriarchal mindset that women are meant to be in a kitchen, especially in places up north as well, and like smaller villages as well. They are not really allowed to go to school. They're not really educated. At the age of 15 and older, they get married off, so they never really get a chance to firstly just be a kid. Like, they don't get the chance to be a teenager, to just be a woman, just be a girl. Their identity is very much attached to their marriage status. And my argument was the fact that if women were trained, if women were allowed to work, and not just in like menial jobs, if they're educated past the point of secondary school, they would decide to go to university to be part of the workforce and the labor market, and that will increase the income within Nigeria, it can create a cultural shift, because people begin to understand the amount of value women bring to the table, especially within the labor market. So yeah, that was just I need to read that essay again, because I did a really good job with it, I can't lie to you. But back to the book. I'm going to share some of the lessons Aduni, my spirit animal, taught me. It's just random quotes, no context is provided, so there are no spoilers, so don't you worry about that. But she says, "I am Aduni, a person important enough because my tomorrow will be better than my today." And that whole concept that my tomorrow will be better than today was so inspiring to me, because Aduni at 14 went through it. Like, sis went through it. The life that she lived was just quite sad, and it was just like, bro, if you deep it, it's not as if she did anything to like, this was just the life she was born into. She was born into poverty. She was born as a girl. She was born into that specific family, and all these things meant that she couldn't get educated the way she wanted to. It meant that that things just happened to her that she didn't really have control over, but she kept on to hope. And hope is such an important thing, because like she says, you can believe, you can hold on to the fact that my tomorrow will be better than my today. And I just continuously love that idea. So even if my today may be crap, even if my today may be hard, like I feel as if I can't go on, you need to push, because your tomorrow will be better than today. So thank you, Adoni, for that lesson. It's much appreciated. Another quote that she says is, "I hold her two hands tight until she slacks herself and closes her eyes, until she accepts that sometimes even the strongest people can suffer a weakness." And when she said that, I was just like, wow, even the strongest of people can suffer a weakness. That quote reminded me of the importance of accepting your humanity. Like, as a human, you too will feel weakness. You're not exempt from making mistakes. You're not exempt from being hurt. You're not exempt from suffering. You're not exempt from like just being tired and drained. And just because you might be a strong person doesn't mean you don't deserve the space to just be you, to just breathe, to just cry, to just say, yo, like, right now I feel weak, right now I feel drained, right now I feel tired. And by her saying that, it was just like, yeah, bro, she provided that space. Right, when she said this, I started clicking my fingers. I said, tell him, Aduni, tell him. Because let me just read it. I'm getting ahead of myself. "Now I know that speaking good English is not a measure of intelligent mind and sharp brain. English is only a language like Yoruba and Igbo and Hausa. And nothing about it is so special. Nothing about it makes anybody have sense." Firstly, she's 14, so for her to realize that like, bruv, your ability to speak English doesn't make you smart. It doesn't make you smarter than me because I don't speak English. It just means you can speak English the same way I can speak Yoruba, the same way someone can speak Igbo, the same way someone can speak Hausa. So you can't think you're better than me simply because of your ability to speak English. Chibundo Enuze said it best: the West is not the center of the world. The West is not the center of the world. It really annoys me when people think like English is the standard. Who said that? Like, why does English need to be the standard or the measure of intelligence? And she was just very much aware that her intelligence is not based upon her ability to speak English, because there are a lot of stupid English speakers. Another thing that was said within the book that really like resonated with me was, all I did was give you information and encourage you. And to me, I think that is the least we can do as a human being. just give information and encourage the people around you. And that can make such a difference in somebody's life, for you to be able to say like, yo, I thought of you, here you go, you can do it. Simple. Exposing people to opportunities that they wouldn't otherwise have can literally change people's lives. So when they made that comment within the book, it was just like, it was kind of a reminder to me in terms of what I need to be doing within this world, give information and encourage people. Another thing that was said to Adini, because again, Adini reminds me so much of myself, was that I've always told you to apply wisdom in all your ways. And as somebody who's like Adini, who's sharp, who is very much like a say what's on your mind, you truly have to apply wisdom in all your ways. Otherwise, your tongue can get you in trouble, and you can also derail yourself because you're just always talking. It's very important for you to just listen, for you to know when to speak, know when to speak, to know when to be silent, to know when to listen. And by it being said, it just kind of reminded me that like, apply wisdom in all your ways. Do you need to speak now? Another thing that is kind of similar to that, the previous quote, was face your life. And like, face your life, mind your business, face your life, focus on you, focus on the things ahead of you and before you. Don't get distracted, face your life. And I love that even more than face your books, because it's just like, okay, me that finished university now, what books do I need to face? Now I need to face my life. I, Lamide Odonye, will face my life. You two, insert your name, face your life. And the last quote that I'm going to share with you from the book that really resonated with me was, the future is always working, always busy, unfolding better things, and even if it doesn't seem so sometimes, we have to hope of it. I'm going to read it one more time, just for it to like hit. The future is always working, always busy, unfolding better things, and even if it doesn't seem so sometimes, we have to hope of it. And again, it goes back to my point that hope is a very powerful tool, especially when it comes to shaping your future. Remember, my tomorrow will be better than my today. So that is the whole idea. Like, you holding on to the hope of a better tomorrow can truly shape your life, can give you energy, can encourage you, can push you to move forward and to persevere, even if the life you're currently living looks so tragic. It looks as if there's no way out. Know that there is truly a light at the end of the tunnel, and that the future is working on your behalf. God is working on your behalf. So hope for it, work for it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my review. I do hope so. I've never done one before, so I hope you guys will get this book. I can't yet say use my discount code, but buy this book, please. The Girl with the Loud Voice by Abi Dare is so good, you wouldn't regret it. I'm probably going to leave an Amazon review because Abi Dare deserves it. It was such a beautiful read. I might even end up writing my own book because of characters like Adini need to be heard. So like Adini, loud your voice, don't stop speaking. You have something of importance to say, let it be known. But again, use wisdom in all your ways. Thank you for watching. See you later. Oh, like, share and subscribe. Okay, bye.